Hi, I'm Darren, welcome to the video, and in this Kartra tutorial I'm going to show you how to build a thank you page in Kartra the best way. Now, I always do a two-step thank you page, which I'll explain as we go along. So we need to go to pages first and we need to create a new page. So we'll head down and we'll click the create new page button. This is basically going to fire up the new page wizard. Now I always do this and I always create a blank canvas, okay, because I really want to be able to control as much of the page as I possibly can. And we're going to name the page, I just call it something that's relevant, so TY thank you 001. That's going to be the first one that we do. We haven't got any categories set yet, and we haven't got a site set yet because it's a new count. Okay, so we're just going to select no category in particular and no site in particular, and then we're going to click on create. Now that the page editor is loaded in, what we'll do, we'll create a section first. Now I always put a blank section in, or an empty section as it's called here, and then we're going to put a column in. Now when I create my pages, I always create them at 66%, and the reason why I do that is basically because I think it looks a lot neater. So we're going to drop that in to 66%, and that's going to be our first component, and that will be the basis for our page. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm just going to drop a few components in there, and then we're going to create the page itself. Okay, so I've got a basic 3 components in there. Now this is what I call the bridge page, okay? And I'll design the page now, and then I'll come back and I'll explain what I've done and the reasons why I've done it. Okay, so that's the page formatted basically. Now this is like the first step, what I call the first step, or the first bridge page, okay? And the whole point of this design is it kind of does 2 things. One, it trains them to go to their emails and click their emails, or click the links in their emails, because essentially that's what we're trying to do. A lot of people will put their thank you page straight after their capture page, so you're giving them their gift straight away, and that's not really the purpose. You really need to be getting them to go to their emails, to open your emails, to click their link, and that's what this is doing. The other thing this does, this also this kind of makes them put like a proper email address in, because if they've put a bogus email address in just to see, or just to get the free gifts, obviously they can't get the free gift because you're going to be sending that out in the link. So what this basically does, it's telling them that an email with a download link is on its way right now. Please allow 15 minutes for your email to arrive. If you didn't receive the email, then check the spam folders, and then if you've still got no email, click there to re-opt in, because if they've put a bogus email in, then they'll have one or two choices: either click there to go back to the capture page to opt in with their proper email address, or they'll just leave. So what you would then do is obviously you would create something on here for your footer, and you'd be basically putting in footer links. But for now, what I'll do is I'll leave it at that. Okay, so you're just going to have that in your footer, but obviously you're going to need to put some footer links in there, which I will show you a lot later on. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to save the progress. And then we're going to publish that page. And that is it for now for that page. Now, when you want to get the link for your page, what we're going to do is we're going to change the URL. And if you remember back, we set up our custom domain, and that will show here once it's live. So the actual domain name will be then, yourdomain.com/, and then, and what I do is I call this obviously thank you, TY001, something like that. And then we would then copy that and keep it in a file somewhere. We then go back to the dashboard. And then we create our proper thank you page, okay? And that proper thank you page will be the actual download page that you send them to when they, when you're going to deliver your product. So this will be thank you 002. Again, you can call it really what you want, but it wants to be something in concession, okay? And then select. So we've got no category and no site because we haven't created any of those yet. You're going to click create new page, and again we'll allow the page builder to load. And now that writes you into the page editor again. We'll basically go through the same process. We'll put a section in. I'll put an empty section in, and again I'll basically design this capture page from this landing page from scratch. So this thank you page from scratch. So what I do is I basically keep all my pages congruent, so when people are coming through that that funnel, everything looks the same, and it kind of creates a bit of like a safe environment for them, so they know that they're still in our funnel and they're still going through the process. So what we will do now, we will drop a column in there again, and I'll do exactly the same again. I'll put 66%, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and put these components in, and then I'll explain what I've done and the reasons why I've done it. Okay, so I've now created the actual skeleton of the page, okay, and I'll explain a few things that I've done there and the reasons why I do it. Okay, so we've basically got the progress bar. That's the first thing that I put in. That's telling them that they've got, a few extra steps to do perhaps. Then we've got the heading. I usually put a video on the page as well, and this is really just explaining a few things. Now you don't necessarily have to do this. This is just the format that I use, okay? So that video will be explaining what's on the page, where the links are, and where the bonuses and the downloads are. I then got a button here. This button basically goes to your product, your service, your affiliate. It doesn't matter what it is. We've got a little bit of text in there, which I'm going to show you shortly how it's all formatted. And then I've got some boxes here, and this is where the download links are going to be, or the bonuses, or whatever it is that you're actually going to put on this page. and then we've got the footer at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to format this page exactly how I want it to look, and then I'll come back and I'll basically explain what I've done and the reasons why I've done it. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've now formatted this to pretty much how I always do all of my landing pages. Now, depending on the offer that you're doing, now this offer that we're basing this on here, okay, it's all going to be about the keto diet. So they've come through the landing page. I know we've not created that yet. I'm doing this in this order because that's really the best way to do it within the Kartra system, okay. So they come through to this landing page after they've come from the other page, and they'll land on this, and you're going to have like your download here, or you're going to have your video, or whatever it is that they was opting in for. You're going to put that video there, okay. We're then going to have like a link here, and that's going to be to our affiliate product, our service, whatever it is that this download page, this thank you page is offering. That's where your main link's going to be, okay. Then basically what I'll do is I'll create like a subheading and say like, here's your free bonuses or extra bonuses or whatever it is that I'm actually going to give away, and then I would put all of those into a box here. Just kind of it sort of shows them what they're going to get, you know, and then you can put like links or, you know, download links or something like that there, and that will be basically it. Okay, so what I will then do is I will save the progress, and we will just have a quick look at the page just to see how it looks when it's all formatted, and then in later videos we'll basically be building on this page, and I'll show you exactly the reasons why I do what I do and how we do it. So that's basically our site been built, okay. That's now our download page ready to go. We can then start formatting that as we start going down our marketing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish that live. And again, we're going to change the link to our own domain. And we're going to call this TY002. That's really for our reference as well. So we know that that's the second stage in the process of our opt-in and our funnel. And then I will return to the dashboard. So that's now our 2 pages built within a funnel, okay. So we've got the thank you 1 and the thank you 2. Now again, remembering back that when we did the thank you 1 page, okay, all this is, it's a bridge page to say success and welcome, to tell them that the form has worked. Please go to your inbox and click the link. That's what you need to be doing, okay, and that's what it's really important to do this. They've opted in for something, okay, so they will go to their email address and they will click that link. So that's one way that you can get your conversions a little bit higher. And then obviously then we've got our second thank you page, where that's going to be the actual thank you page that we send them to once they go to their email address and click the link. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.